Eons. That's how long I spent suspended in nothingness. And then this one time, a pale, dim glow filled it. I felt as if some consciousness started soaking through an orange cloud into my brain, dripping with heavy drops, not letting me pass away nice and peaceful. I fought with myself. I had no strength to open my eyes. And finally, after processing this situation on and on, I realized I have no eyes.
I have no eyes and I must see. I think we're in the right way, though. He'd only trigger a conversation if he thought we were heading towards an event. I also now hear something. Well, there's something. I'll enter. That could have been potentially dangerous. There's something up there, but I'm just kind of checking the area. Huh. There's something up here. Or actually outside again. Well, sure, let's check up the fire, I guess, up here. Hello, torches? Oh. That was like one of those resting places. This must be what we're looking for. It is a moody cave, I'll give it that much. Kind of prefer the moody lighting with it. It's a garden route. I mean, it looks like we'd be okay to drop down there. I'll do it. Yeah. The map makes it look like we just need to stick as furthest this direction as we can. So I go this way. This whole area sure looks a bit more complex than you might expect. Oh. Someone decided to light the candles. Stick the most to the right I can. Mushrooms. More mushrooms. Which means let's get out of the cave, and I have no idea where I am right now. This is something? There's the door opening sounds good. Kind of my final page, I feel like I might have missed it. Doesn't it feel like it'd be inside that cave somewhere? I think it feels like it'd be inside that cave somewhere. If anything, maybe I'm right here now. Huh. Let's see how this goes. If I definitely confront him in too far, I'll just turn back around. I think there was no point of return I came across. Wait. Is this fucking serious? Am I actually fucking here again? I think I know exactly where I am right now. And if it's where I think I am, you're fucking shitting me. Yep. I remember this is when I thought about the dead end. God fucking dang it. I know where this is. This is back in the northern area by the mountain. I did go out of the cave, just straight out through. Okay, so I missed something completely earlier. When I fell down from the cult Satan god thing, I come from here, and I went this way, and I didn't see anything of importance. Little did I know there was a cave entrance right here. My whole playthrough would have been completely different if I had noticed there was this cave right here. At least I now know exactly where I am, which is to say, according to this map, I should be exactly right here. Well, let's go inside the cave. Actually, since I know exactly where I am, I can probably use this to my advantage. I guess I can go up and just see if there's anything up here. I think it's just gonna loop back around here. Oh no. This area is definitely moody. Well, there's some more degrees. 15 north, 77 east. Oh, I'm lucky actually. Obviously, crouch and make our way through. Wonder if I can sneak through here. No, I'm too big for that. Well, that's unfortunate. So I have to climb back up the way which I originally thought I needed to. So I can live with that, but somewhat unfortunate. Lose all my stamina. At least now we know. There is mist coming through. We'll take the cave route. Okay, so that was the circle around area I was in. I'm sure I'm going this way right now, which means to split in the path. I should take the path to the left when I get an option to. That's not a path to the left, that's the same area I got stuck in. There was a path to the left here I never noticed, but it's because I didn't realize where I was exactly. Well, this is different, I'll give it that. Tree roots and everything. At least I know on the outskirts at the moment. Taking this
you
path.
think you're significant?
Oh.
That you will uncover the truth for everyone to see? So you can point the finger at the monster? First, take a look at the mirror.
Yeah, that's the classic he just said. Music game's very distorted guitar on everything, but this root area definitely does stand out a bit. It's actually a bit deja vu because it's how we've ended up here, going through a very tightly knit area. $29.72. Well, the orange people always show the way, so this person. Note. Seversk. Recording confidential. Dmitry Ivanwiz 54. First, we had heard a snap, you know, like a tree being brought down. I told Confidential to go check it out because it seemed the sound was coming out of the chamber. Confidential stood up and went to check the readings. He said everything was fine. Then the door started to bend, you know, bulge. As if you'd been pumping a balloon. Finally, the doors just burst into the room, straight off the frame. Poor Confidential was standing in front of me, and those doors just wiped him out. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't stand away from the doors when they started bulging, but whatever. I saw everything in slow motion. I thought someone was soon going to enter the room, the military, or maybe we were being attacked by the Americans, but nobody yet came. Only Confidential buried his head in his hands and started screaming like a wounded animal. I'll never forget the sound of that scream. Then he stood up, turned his back to us, and his head spun around. He stood like that, looking at us. I don't know how much time had passed, maybe a second, but for me it was an hour. You know, that's a little bit exaggerated. I shouted to run, save yourself, then Confidential finally fell to the ground, and Confidential jumped to his feet, as if he wanted to say something, but his face... I don't know, Inspector. I think I've gone mad. Voice in the room, please continue, Dr. Dimitri, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, great job keeping the confidential name confidential there. His face started falling apart, part by part, like fragments of broken porcelain mask. Then objects started levitating, desk moving, we heard screaming and loud banging. Everyone started screaming, I screamed too. I felt like, you know, something was boiling inside of me. I had to escape. I started crawling. There was something split on the floor, but I kept crawling through it. I remember closing my eyes, moving forward from memory. I could only hear roars and screams until finally something exploded and everything went quiet. I don't know how much time had passed when I lay motionless on the floor. At last I opened my eyes, but it was dark all around, you know. I felt I crawled to the corridor. I slowly stood up and saw that at the end of the tunnel, the red emergency light was barely flashing. I began moving towards the end of the tunnel every now and then, stumbling on something. When I came close to the light, I froze. I closed my eyes again. Voice in the room, Dimitri, you're doing great. Please continue. Yes, of course. I apologize, but I don't know. I mean, I closed my eyes because I couldn't believe it. At the end of the corridor, I went sideways to the left and right in both directions. There were people standing, melted together with objects and with the walls, you know, like mixed up, as if someone took a large spoon and stirred part of the world. Yeah, well, that's one description of everything. Let me also look to see where this is on my map. Okay, I'm on the right trail. I just need to continue that way. This should be here, and if I continue the path I'm taking, I should end up where I want to be. Of course, monsters are protecting where I want to go, and that was even more than one. That looks nice over here, though. Both ways should be valid, but I'm going to take the pathway to the left, because I believe, looking at the map, this way might be a little bit more solid. Hear a monster coming, though. I'm going to go up. I don't exactly know where around here I'm supposed to be going, but hopefully I'll find the way. Sounds like a kid cowering. Think that's where I'm supposed to go? Probably not, right? All this. It's obvious what I'm looking for is here, so let me look around here. Oh, I can't pick that up. Okay, I'll look at it then.
Whoever you are, if you are reading these words, I beg of you, help us. We are in a place they call Post Office Box 5. I don't know where this is. I don't even know what year it is. They are not allowing anyone from the outside to have contact with us. They lock us up in cells, 4 in each. I saw dozens of cells like that. They talk about something they called Anomaly 7. Every day we undergo tests, research, tortures. I have seen how they kill people. I have seen terrible things. Write about it. Let the world know. They conduct the worst experiments possible. They have something that we call the fear chamber. There is no way to say what will happen to the person that ends up there. Some come back, but are no longer themselves. They are absent. Others are dragged out dead. Only few stay sane. I have seen a bright orange light which spoke to me in demonic voices and showed me things worse than any nightmare you can possibly dream. Sometimes people come out of there with broken bones, mutilated, crushed, irradiated, dismembered. I can't take it in anymore. Take away these images. There is a scientist amongst us. He said that during their sick experiments, they discovered something out of this world. They are trying to test it. The truth is that it is testing them. He told us that there are more places like this around the world, and there will come a day the gates of hell will open. You have to stop this. Destroy it. Destroy us. Kill us all. The center is governed by something that is called the Soviet Research Unit for Natural Phenomena. I have seen this on an ID card of the man that was interrogating me. He said we were prisoners, convicts, murderers, rapists, thieves. But that is not true. I have done nothing wrong. I hate them all. They call us subjects. No names, but subjects. I am Subject 73. I don't even remember my real name. I beg of you, please help us. Burn it all to the ground. If only this letter reached beyond the walls of the center. If only the guard who promised to take it has kept her promise. You have to do something. I swear by all that one holds sacred, you have to. My only cellmate, Anton, whispers in my ear that everything's going to be fine. That the orange light is singing in the voices of hundreds of angel choirs. Anton promised me that if I listen carefully to the singing, he will free me. Sometimes, however, I think that all of this does not exist. There is no prison. There are no bars. There are no doctors. There is no Anton. There's only this frightening, piercing orange light.
Experimentation's been brought up a lot in this. Alright, now what happens now that I've collected all of them? I have now... I have now collected every single point, so... I don't know what we're supposed to do now we found every single point. Maybe I follow the sound and lead me somewhere. Because we found all the points, now we're hearing the sound, I'm gonna follow the sound. Road track. unlocked all safe spots. Oh, good for me. Here. No, I'm not there. I'm here. Let's go. How do I get around to that? That is the question. Trying to figure out right now. Yeah, that's not it. There's another pathway. I'll try taking the long way around, but if I see a pathway to the right, I'll take it and go through the caves. Catch my breath and fall. I recognize here from earlier. Obviously not supposed to drop down there. Drumming is still coming definitely from this direction. Oh, there's a giant beam of light also. Well, that's different. They're getting close to it. Yep, there's more lit up symbols. Yep, we're getting to the light. I'm gonna first go in here because I can see it. That's right there, I guess. The human psyche, Dr. Vondra's on delusion disorders. I have encountered an interesting case last year during my stay in Moscow hospital. There's a patient there who assaults a woman. He keeps on persisting that his friend told him to do so. He also claimed he was an officer of the government agency involved in studying unexplained phenomena. As absurd as it sounds, the man created such a strong illusion of those events in his head, of the life he never had, giving lots of details. We analyzed it, we tried to confirm them. Of course, there was no reflection of reality in any of it. Hence, I wish to explain the patient suffers from delusional disorder, among other delusions of influence, possession, or prosperity. I have lately received information that he started claiming his body was falling apart, which means he has developed the Kholat delusion. The delusions are based on the normal thinking and surrounding oneself with fictional reality, bogus events, non-existent people. The patient does not acknowledge presented evidence that what they think is true is false. They even try coming up with their own evidence confirming their version of events. This was the case with this patient as well. He ascribed documents which he claims he saw with his own eyes. Obviously there's no confirmation in what he had said. We determined that our patient's problem lies within an event in 1959 when a tragedy occurred in the Urals where 9 ski hikers, mostly students, died. Fortunately, we are still able to explain how the patient could be connected to those events. It's possible the information itself would have caused serious trauma. Sound stuff are getting louder. We're moving closer to the light. I also just noticed that the sky is circling around it. Well, they're doing a good job illustrating where to go once we saw the events. Have to make my way across. I'll go through here. We need to go is obviously over there somewhere. Oh. Stronger snow. Sky is still circling though. Pay the wolves no mind, they're just excitable. You know, it's probably the very center of the world, actually. It logically makes sense, I guess. Try to catch my breath again. It might not be the center of the world, but I bet it's the center of the world. So, yep, the wolves sound very excitable there. Oh boy. We're almost there, though. Yeah, it's definitely in the middle. We can see it now. Kind of. It's the rock slam that do it. Well, we're here, basically. The second act has lasted quite a while. I don't know how many acts are in this game. But yeah, the first act was extremely short. This one was extremely long. It was enjoyable, though. Let's go me up in the middle. Put itself in position. What if you just stood under where one of the things being smashed were? Ground around is a lot more crumbled now, I guess for obvious reasons. Here we do it.
And so, we have reached the end. Have you understood your role in my plan? There are no random victims, and nobody is completely innocent. You may not agree, but when the gates to Section 22 open and the world will see true madness, you will understand that everything I had done was necessary.
Notably, I don't have a flashlight. So we're literally just trying to get to the orange glow at the top of the hill there. I can run for it right now to see it sort of like that. I guess we could follow the drive marks for a while. I think this is the final chapter. Also, the night sky looks... Actually, why can we see the night sky if it's so snowy? That is the question, whatever the case. Where we want to go is certainly up there.
Do you hear me? How's your name? Today, we meet. I can see you. Where are you?
You have to go faster. Do you hear me? We don't have a lot of time left. You have to hurry.
Is that I can see you? Is that you? Where are you?
Do you hear me?
You did say don't look behind you.
Today, we meet.
Is this a doppelganger story? Oh boy. Huh. Never mind. Interesting, though. And the There was all those notes about behind us. Oh, I'm gonna listen to the Mary Elizabeth song. Let me do it.
You are safe on your last stop. You said the bright warm light will bring you home. Did you lie, my dear? Did you lie? The day is done.
I'll share my full thoughts in a second, but I want to listen to this song. It's a song by Mary Elizabeth McGlynn,
just let me know.
who does all the music for the Silent Hill games, the vocal
Just
ones.
let me know.
Well, I mean, Kara does the music, but she does the vocals for all the Silent Hill songs that starred her. Her first song was the main theme of Silent Hill 3. Anyways, but that's the person who's singing right now, so I'm going to listen to it for a little bit.
When the ashes arise, the light shall fall. Will you find me? Will you find me? When the sky is dead and forever gone, will you find me? Will you find me? When the ashes arise, the light shall fall. Will you find me? Will you find me? When the sky is dead and forever gone, will you find me? Or will you find me? When the ashes arise, the light shall fall. Will you find me? Or will you find me? When the ashes arise, the light shall fall. Will you find me? Or will you find me?
So, overall thoughts on the game. Oh, she's not done yet. I was going to say, my overall thoughts on the game are...
You are safe.
Well, thank you. My overall thoughts are positive, but there are some nitpicks, of course, I have. I feel like certain things could have been better if they had just organized some certain events better. I understand that the first and third act were basically like a prologue and an epilogue. The story itself, a lot of individual stories that kind of come together. We didn't find all the files, so maybe some things would have been made more sense if we collected all the files, because the files seem designed where they would provide more information the more you found on them and all that, and there was 3 different types of files. We found all of one of the type of files, that's the one that you need to find to beat the game. The other files are the ones about the patient records, about psychic telekinesis, some Sector 22 or something like that, which obviously plays an important role in the story, because it seems like that's where our character came from. At least that's what it kind of seems like based off everything going on. Then there's the events about the hikers that went missing. That I think we found the least amount of notes for was those. I think that we found more of those. But basically, they heard singing in the woods and they were getting creeped out by it. There was also mentions about something behind us and not to look at it. So I'm wondering what would happen if we'd let it follow us, the thing that would start talking in our voice towards us. That does explain something, though. I was kind of curious why there seemed like there was 2 different people talking at the same voice. Turns out, maybe there was 2 different people with my voice, myself and someone else, that maybe it's just all in my head. Yeah. Then again, they did also say that someone heard someone whispering their names. Maybe they're just imitating me. Yeah. Different things to think about, and there's probably a bit more to be exposed there through notes. I thought that some of the horror scenes were good. Basically, this game in essence was a walking simulator, but just with a few more gamey elements such as monsters and etc. The nice open world area was interesting to explore, though sometimes I feel like it was a little bit tedious, but still enjoyable. Music was nice when it kicked in. Sound design was kind of odd, where I both thought it was good, and some sound design stuff didn't make much sense to me. But regardless, out of curiosity, you've collected all articles. I feel like I was close to that, but I don't think I found everything. Let's see what achievements I missed out, or what 6 achievements I missed here. Or, I guess I got most, some of them are hidden achievements that aren't listed here, it seems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, there's 3 hidden achievements I can't see in here. You collect all reports, you collect all articles, you collect all journal pages. Yeah, I didn't get everything there, but I was close. Still, this has been Duskull Maka, Stay a Gamer. Hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time,